Stop typing the same instructions with Excel Copilot over and over again. Instead, with the new skills feature, you can save those instructions once and get fast, consistent results every time. So in this video, I'll show you how to set this up, how to use the built-in skills, and how to create your own custom skills completely from scratch. We'll build skills that can clean up a messy raw file, flag employees who exceed their spending limits, and tell you exactly when to reorder stock before it runs out. Let's get into it. To show you how to get started with skills, here I've got a financial model, and over on the side we've got the Copilot button, so let's click on that. And within this area, you'll notice that I have this plus button, and I can click on Add All Skills. So let's click on that and see what's already in here. So these are all of the built-in skills that are already inside of Excel. All of these skills help Copilot create some consistent results, and you don't have to write the prompt every time, as it's already nicely summarized in here with accurate instructions. So let's actually test this out with the model update feature. So you'll notice here that I have a financial model for a total of 5 years with an A, which is the actuals. And then from 2026 on, these are the forecast years. So what I want to do is actually update this model. You'll notice right here in this PDF, I have the fiscal year 2026 full year results. So let's suppose that these results have already been released, and therefore we need to update this financial model to account for the new numbers that are here. So instead we should have the estimate years for 27, 28, and 29. So let's select the model update and add some context here. So I'm saying that the current model includes actuals up until 2025 and then estimates for 2026 and on. But I want you to use the attached PDF to update the model with the 2026 actuals and revise the forecast to expand it to 3 more years from that date. So again, here in this PDF file, although it's not that clear because it's in different sentences and so forth, we need to extract all of the relevant parts to be able to build the full financial model. So let's go ahead and attach that in here by uploading images and files and choosing the PDF. Once that's done, we can go ahead and simply run this. Awesome, and just like that, you can see it's updated 2026 figures to be actuals, and then the estimates now extend all the way to 2029. In fact, it's also telling us all of the different assumptions for the 3 estimate years, and in the update log, we can see what are the differences between the estimates we had for that 2026 period and the actuals that we had based off of the PDF. And just to verify that this is all correct, let's have a look at this figure, 702. And right here, it's the exact same figure, same thing with the average order value at 102.30. So it's been able to extract the PDF file, take the relevant numbers, and update the financial model just based off of that. While all of these skills can be very useful, the thing is you can't customize them. So maybe instead of a blue header, you actually always want it to be a black header, and you also don't want it to freeze these columns. So if you want to be able to customize it further, that's where custom skills come handy. So to build your own skill, here I've got a new Excel file, and instead of going to this plus sign, we need to go to these 3 dots over to the top and then just press on Manage Skills. Here you'll notice that I have custom skills, so that's the one that you want to tick on. Make sure you activate it if it's not already done, and then within this area, you'll notice that you don't have any custom skills. If you do, they're going to be showing here on the bottom. So what we need to do is go and open the skills folder to be able to customize further. Alright, so here we are, and you'll notice we have this make calendar example that we'll look at in a second. And we've also got this readme, which is actually the instructions on how we go about customizing things. So here it explains what a custom skill is. So it allows you to complete a repeatable task, as we already know. And then we've got some ideas of what it can do, like bold in the first column. And then it's also got a sample here with an example. So let's actually use that one. And first it says to get rid of that .example part of it, so removing that example part, and that's exactly what we'll do. So let's go ahead and close out of this and go back to this make calendar one, right click and rename it to not have that example part. Once you do that, it's actually going to activate it, so we're going to be able to find it inside of our Excel file. Now if I hop back into Excel and I press on the refresh button, you'll notice that we now have this make calendar one that's showing up. So let's activate it and see what it can actually do. The whole idea is that it's gonna make a calendar for us automatically here inside of Excel. So I can go ahead and look up that skill. So I can use the @ sign and look for a make calendar. that's the one. I don't really need to give it any further instructions for now, and let's see what it does. Great, so as you might imagine, it's created a full calendar for us. In fact, we've got the current date highlighted in here as well, so that's all looking clean. Now that we understand the full behind the scenes of how to create a custom skill, let's actually make a data cleaning skill of our own. And for this, we need to have a separate folder like we do for the make calendar. So I'm simply going to go ahead and duplicate this one by going over to copy to and just copy it in this exact same section. So just copy here. We've got a make calendar one, and let's now rename this. I'm gonna call it clean and format and update it. And once we click inside of it, you'll notice that we have this MD file. And if I double click in that part, this is basically the previous one for the calendar. So it's telling us exactly what a calendar should do. You can see it should show the weekly headers, the shaded weekend. So that's exactly what we were able to do here because that's the instructions for it. But now we need to update this to our own instructions for data cleaning. So I'm gonna delete this whole part right here. And instead of typing this manually, I'm actually just going to use Claude, where it's going to create this whole markdown file for me. So here are the instructions. I'm saying write the instructions for a reusable Copilot skill called clean and format for cleaning messy order exports. And for the skill, I want it to be detailed step-by-step instructions where we have to remove the report titles, the blank rows, etc. And really a ton of different lists of things that we would typically ask for when data cleaning. While that's running, I actually want to show you the Excel file that I'm looking to clean, which is this one right here, where you notice it's actually quite messy with like discount amounts here. We've also got some empty rows along the way. So all of that we want to format better. Same thing with the headers. Right now we can't really see things that well. Also, even with something like the payment status, it's so inconsistent, or the payment terms, where sometimes it's capitalized, other times it's not. So we really want to try to clean all of this stuff up. Awesome, so it's finished up that MD file and now we just need to download it. Here's what that looks like if I open it up here in Word, where you can see it's giving me the name, clean and format, and then the description itself of what it's going to do. So it's going to clean up and standardize some of the order exports. And here's all of the steps. So let's go ahead and copy all of this. And now I just need to go back to the skill part and paste everything in here. So I can then close out of that, make sure I save those changes. And now if I go to my skills, I should have that clean and format and in Excel too. So here we are in that raw file and I'm going to activate it over on the side. So I should be able to find it in here by going to the three dots, manage skills, under custom. I need to activate that new clean and format. So let's go ahead and just add clean and format. And keep in mind, you don't always have to select it like this. You can't just say clean up this data set and it should use it, but I prefer to just be more explicit with it like this. So let's go ahead and run that and see if it's able to make all of the changes. Some of the key things I'm looking for are things like the unit price, where I want these changed. Same thing with the net payments. Even the status here is very inconsistent. Some are processing with a capital P, etc. And as that's running, you might have noticed just how extensive the actual MD file is. It's basically all of this area. And that's what you want to try to avoid having to write every time in a prompt, as you'll probably not write it exactly the same every time. And here you just have it saved once and you can use it as many times as you need. So it really makes sense to take your time and make sure this part is fully accurate. Awesome, so here's the final result, and you can see here the net payments are now looking nice and clean. They're all very consistent. In fact, if I go to the dropdown, I just have two options, due on receipt and net 30. Same thing with the status. If I look at all of the options here, I only have one for processing. It's not like I have a processing with a capital P or a lowercase p. That's all done in one. Same thing with the unit price. Some had like GBP before. We no longer have that. Same with the discounts. And if I press Control down arrow, you'll notice it's all consistent now. I don't have any empty rows. That's just one custom skill though, and it doesn't really show the full capabilities of Excel skills. So I want to give you some more examples. Before we go over that, if you're liking this video and you want to learn more, I'd recommend you check out our range of courses, which include learning AI, Excel, Power BI, finance and valuation, and more, as well as a range of bundle packages. And what makes our courses different is that they're all applied to the real world. So aside from teaching the theory, our lessons also offer case studies that simulate the type of work you might be assigned in your day-to-day. ranging from creating a financial model from scratch on Excel, to creating a P&L dashboard on Power BI, all the way to making a professional pitch deck presentation in PowerPoint. So if you're interested in checking this out, head over to the link in the description below. Alright, back to the video. In this next example, suppose that we're part of the finance and compliance team and we need to make sure that employees aren't overspending. So for instance, we've got this expense policy, as you can see, where when they're traveling, they can spend $40 per head on meals. We've got different rules for taxis and all these other types of expenses. Same thing with the holiday days, the employee leave days, etc. So let's build a skill that's going to verify all of these transactions based on the different policies that we have. The procedure is exactly the same. We just need to go ahead and make a duplicate of this. So instead of the clean and format one, we're just gonna go ahead and duplicate this and rename it. So in this case, I'm gonna name it to something like check expenses and update that. Within it, we need to go ahead and update this MD skill. So let's delete this one, which is for the previous clean and format one, and add our new one here. So here's what I've been able to generate with Claude, where we want to audit an expense report against our expense policy. And the outputs that I want here are an exception sheet, so see who might be violating the different policies. And then secondly, just a summary. So let's go ahead and copy all of this. I'm gonna paste it in here, make sure I save that. And let me now fast forward how I try to run this. So I've now got the check expenses one that I can activate and actually go ahead and run it. So I'm gonna go to check expenses here and run that. Awesome, so in just a few seconds, it's created this exceptions tab, and let's dig a bit deeper into what it's made here. It looks like we have a breakdown, so of the total claims checked and the ones that have no exceptions and the ones that have exceptions. And actually I have a full breakdown so I can see who the employee was, what the actual transaction was. And over here, you can see the receipt is missing. And secondly, it's over the threshold by £2. And if we keep scrolling down, we see the full details of what went wrong for each of the ones. It's even detecting things like duplicates in case that employee is trying to claim back a double refund. And one final example that I wanted to show you, which I think is the most powerful one yet, has to do with inventory reorders. When you think about it, it's actually quite difficult to know how many products you should order. They have things like an expiry date. Also, you don't really know how many customers will want to buy it during a specific time frame. You also need to account for the size of your warehouse. So there's so many variables to keep in mind. That's why here you can see we've got the list of the products. We've got the sales history, so the actual units that they're selling in a specific month or day, the inventory, and finally all of the suppliers. And we need to keep in mind how long it takes them to actually send us the goods, right? For that, I've created a new skill called plan reorders, and let's have a look at the instructions here. So I want to calculate the reorder points or produce some kind of a purchasing or replenishment plan based on all of these different rules. And then lower down, I have all of the different steps. And generally you want this type of structure where everything is clearly laid out. Finally, at the very end, we want to ask for a specific type of output. So let's go ahead and give this a try. I'm now activating that skill in here so we can actually run it. So it's going to be the plan reorders one, and I'm just gonna run that. So here's the inventory reorder plan that it's made for us, and let's have a look. It's basically a dashboard with all of our different assumptions, and then over here we have the different decisions of what we need to reorder when. If I keep scrolling to the side here, you can see that we have the recommended order quantity for each of these. And if I keep scrolling lower down, I even have some of the insufficient history, where we probably just don't have enough data to make an accurate decision. Awesome, hopefully you can start to see how using custom skills can really help you automate a lot of your manual Excel work. That said, within Copilot, skills are just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what the whole Copilot tool can do. So if you want to learn the different Copilot features, you should watch this video over here, or you can take our AI for Business and Finance course over here. Hit that like and that subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.